JSL Group chairman probed for insider trading. Student denied military med school over Nanjing birth. NT dollar surge raises alarm for Taiwan's exports. Merz fails to be elected German Chancellor in first-round voting. Brazilian police thwart bomb attack on Lady Gaga concert. Trump considering 100% tariffs on movies not made in the US. Zhao Xintong becomes China's first world champion. How Dubai chocolate conquered the world.
Hello, I'm Wade Lee. Thank you for joining us on Funday News. It is Wednesday, May 7th, Children's Mental Health Awareness Day, and here are your top stories. And for today's Taiwan's news, Taipei prosecutors are investigating JSL Group and its listed arms for insider trading. On May 6th, they raided 23 locations and questioned 18 people, including Chairman Zhu Wenyu, his wife, and son. Zhu was released early May 7th on a 12 million NT dollar bail and is barred from leaving the country. Authorities suspect the group profited from non-public information ahead of key stock moves. A gifted student was rejected by Taiwan's military medical school due to being born in Nanjing, despite holding ROC nationality and having no mainline residency. He expressed outrage on social media, stressing his loyalty and lifelong ROC citizenship. The school confirmed the decision, citing application rules that disqualify those born in mainland China. The new Taiwan dollar surged over 10% in just days, alarming Taiwan's export industry. Former legislator Cho Yi questioned central bank policies and suggested a hidden Mar-a-Lago accord, warning that Taiwan's export-driven economy may face serious challenges under President Lai's leadership. And in global news, in a historic first, conservative leader Friedrich Merz, bid to become Germany's 10th chancellor since World War II, failed in the first round of voting in Parliament on Tuesday by 6 votes, a stunning defeat, as he had been widely expected to win smoothly. A candidate for chancellor has never failed to win on the first ballot since the end of the war. Merz needed a majority of 316 out of 330 votes in a secret ballot. He only received 310 votes, well short of the 328 seats held by his coalition.
The parties were now set to regroup to discuss the next step, but it was not immediately clear how long the process might take. The lower house of parliament, called the Bundestag, has 14 days to elect a candidate with an absolute majority. Merz can run again, but other lawmakers can also throw their hats into the ring. There is no limit to the number of votes that can be held within the 2-week period. If Merz or any other candidate fails to secure that majority during the 14 days, the Constitution allows the president to either appoint the candidate who wins the most votes as chancellor or dissolve the Bundestag and call a new national election. Merz is seeking to take the helm after outgoing Chancellor Olaf Scholz's government collapsed last year.
Brazilian police said they thwarted a bomb attack planned for Lady Gaga's concert on Copacabana Beach in Rio de Janeiro on Saturday. The civil police of Rio de Janeiro state, in coordination with the Justice Ministry, said suspects had recruited participants to carry out attack using improvised explosive, and that the plan was aimed at gaining notoriety on social media. The person responsible for the plan and a teenager were arrested. Lady Gaga's team said they learned about the bomb threat only from media reports the morning after the concert.
A crowd of more than 2 million people gathered for the concert, which was free to attend. Police said the group that planned the attack had been spreading hate speech, mainly against children, adolescents, and the LGBTQ+ community. The alleged mastermind was arrested for illegal possession of a firearm in Rio Grande do Sul, while the teenager was detained for storing child pornography in Rio. Those responsible were also promoting the radicalization of teenagers, including self-harm and violent content, as a form of belonging and challenge among young people. The concert was paid for by the city in an attempt to revitalize Rio's economy, with expectations that it could bring in $100 million.
Donald Trump says he will talk to Hollywood executives after his early announcement to hit films made in foreign countries with 100% tariffs sent shockwaves through the industry. The U.S. president said on Sunday he was authorizing the Commerce Department to start the process to impose the levies because the American film industry was dying a very fast death. But he appeared to soften his stance later on Monday, saying he was going to meet with the industry to make sure they're happy with his proposal.
But other nations, a lot of them, have stolen our movie industry. And I'm saying if they're not willing to make a movie inside the United States, then we should have a tariff on movies that come in.
For years, filmmakers have left Hollywood for the UK and Canada to cut costs. One non-US union said the tariff plan would be a knockout blow to the international industry. White House spokesman Kush Desai said, although no final decisions on foreign film tariffs have been made, the administration is exploring all options to deliver on President Trump's directive to safeguard our country's national and economic security while making Hollywood great again. Several major films by U.S. studios were recently shot outside America, including Deadpool and Wolverine, Wicked, and Gladiator 2. It's also unclear whether the tariffs would apply to streaming platforms like Netflix, theatrical releases, or how they would be calculated.
Within minutes of becoming China's trailblazing world snooker champion, Zhao Xintong was draped in his country's flag as he began to take in the enormity of his achievement. Zhao defeated three-time winner Mark Williams 18-12 on Monday to become the first Asian player and amateur to triumph at the Crucible. Williams called the 28-year-old a superstar, and Jason Ferguson, chairman of the sport's governing body, said Zhao was set to take snooker to another level.
Ferguson said, "We are talking about a national hero. He has entered the history books of this sport, and in China, he will probably be one of the biggest stars there." The 28-year-old also became only the third qualifier, after Terry Griffiths and Shaun Murphy, to capture snooker's biggest prize since the tournament moved to Sheffield in 1977. His achievement is all the more extraordinary given he only returned from a 20-month suspension earlier this season, after being one of 10 players from China sanctioned in a match-fixing scandal. However, he carried over the scintillating form he has shown all season on the Amateur Q Tour, and remarkably became the first player to come through 4 qualifying matches and then lift the trophy.
Invented to satisfy pregnancy craving, Dubai chocolate is a rare combination of creativity, flavor, and social media success that has broken all industry records. A decanted milk chocolate bar filled with silky pistachio cream, earthly tahini, and crunchy shards of kanaaf pastry, the original Dubai chocolate was launched by Dubai-based fixed dessert chocolatier in 2022, when its British-Egyptian founder, Sarah Humoda, had an urge to create something unique to satisfy her pregnancy cravings for kanaaf and pistachio. Fix called it creation, can't get enough of it.
It took the world by storm when a TikTok influencer posted a rapturous video of herself trying the chocolate bar inside her car in December 2023. The video quickly went viral, attracting more than 125 million views and scores of fans around the world who were willing to do anything to grab a bite. The bar became a craze and was promptly christened Dubai Chocolate. However, despite FIX's plans for global expansion, its Can't Get Enough of It bar remains solely available in the UAE, pushing independent chocolatiers and multinational brands such as Lindt and Ulker to mimic the original and produce their own versions to meet global demand. These imitations have inundated supermarkets and neighborhood bodegas all over the world.
The answer for yesterday was C, surrendered. The enemy forces surrendered after days of intense battle. Did you answer correctly? Now let's delve into today's news. Trump considering 100% tariffs on movies not made in the US. Number 1, shockwave. 震波影响. The explosion created a shockwave that shattered windows miles away. Number 2, levy. 征收. The government decided to levy a new tax on imported goods to boost revenue. Number 3, stance. 立场, 姿态. Her stance on environmental issues has always been firm and unwavering. Next, we have a multiple choice question for everyone to practice. Which answer would you choose? You can write your answer in the comment section. The correct answer will be announced tomorrow. The origins of this day can be traced back to 2005 when it was founded by the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Service Administration in the United States. The purpose of establishing and observing this day is to raise awareness and provide opportunities for education about the risk of mental health issues or illnesses in children and youth. And that's all for today's Funday news. Be sure to tune into Funday News from Monday to Friday and click the link below to join Funday for free. I'm Wei Li, your host. I'll see you next time.